Alright. I say you're now tuned in to the feature presentation. I'm teaching you amazing. You've been waiting, but I'm the key to the combination. Seeing this revelation from seeing me in the basement, seeing me in the papers, see it's me in their statements. Oh man, I guess I'm cool to quote now. They say I'm ill as fuck cause I was giving up hope now and putting time in the street. You saw that as a sign of defeat, it made me weak, but now I see that's how my lines became tweets. I'm a man of my word, like I'm a fan of this beat. If you see, they bring it back, I'm like I'm rapping receipts. And I'm back in the belly being the beast. And I'm black and I'm ready, heating up on the street. Cut the chat.
Welcome to another edition of Cut the Chat. You can see I've got my legs out today, sporting the super duper crep. To my left, Slim Darky, real dark. You're real dark. Where you just come from?
Yeah, well, I was out in Valencia.
Alright, cool. What other time is it? Over to my far right, we got the big dog in the house.
All right, DJ Ace.
Sexy Teddy.
What's going on?
And you know what? I'm pleased to announce, finally, after how many years, Mr. Ikes.
Hey.
What's going on, bro?
I'm well, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. What's cracking, sir?
Just work. Never not working, man. You know, I've got a single out at the moment.
Yeah,
you know,
with
Afrobeat Super Producer, artist extraordinaire Maleek Berry.
Yeah.
He was behind the Wizkid record called The Matter, which kind of took over like summer or the whole Africa like 2 years ago kind of thing, and it still pops up now at shows and everywhere. So he's behind that. But yeah, it's a beautiful thing, really. It's kind of taken. Do you know what? I'm a little bit out of my comfort zone. Obviously, my background's Nigerian, you know, but I'm still out of my comfort zone. I've kind of just like taken his world, the Afro world, and my world, the rap hip hop world, and we've just fused it and tried to get the best balance.
How did that come about?
We've been speaking about it for years, bro. Like for at least like before the whole emergence, before there was any UK Afrobeat artists, like we've been speaking about doing something for a couple, like 2-3 years now, and it was just a timing thing, you know. He went off to Nigeria and he went away and he was doing his thing out there, and I was like, you know, steady grinding over here, and you know, I've been abroad like to America and everything, like back and forth, and it was literally just a timing thing. Like I just thought, you know what, I just kind of feel like it's my duty to represent for the motherland where I'm from, where my family's from, and give them some material. Yeah.
I saw your Snapchat the other day, and you was talking about you're getting rid of bits and pieces. This has got to go. That he's busting boxes of certain name brand trainers, and it was like, okay, yeah, I've seen them before. He bust a box for a jumper. Yeah, was it Kenzo?
It was. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the price of this jumper. Fam, I choked on my cornflakes. I choked on my cornflakes. The price of this jumper is a holiday, bro. No joke. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, man, after the show.
Not bad.
Blood.
Go, alright.
Blood. It's the price of a holiday. Yeah.
How much is it then?
It was the price of a holiday. Yeah. Okay.
Blackpool.
Like a Europe.
All inclusive. What about?
Alright. 5 days in Egypt.
That's nice.
That's nice.
5 days in Egypt, all inclusive.
All inclusive.
Quickly.
Gas in the thing.
I was in Egypt last year.
All inclusive.
All inclusive. Anyway. And I have noticed, because I've been cutting your hair. I've been cutting your hair for I don't even know how many years.
Yeah.
I've seen you at them early shows.
Gotcha.
And I've noticed your swag's been on point. From day.
Yeah.
Your swag has been on point.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Like every now and then you just throw something over to the right, and I'm like, really? Are you doing it? Oh, but you're doing it well.
You can go to someone's house and they'll have Skeletrics in their room from 25 years ago, because that's just been their thing. And then you could go to another news and they might have like trains, choo-choo trains, but my thing is just always been like, you know, fashion and style and that side. I've never really wanted to make clothes. I don't have that interest yet. But in terms of like, you know, an interest of mine, like after music and obviously sport, what type of gun is out there? Like, you know, Emirates and that. Yeah, it's just always been fashion and style, and I think part of it is just being a 100% individual in terms of like being out there with not really caring about what you just wear what you wear what you like, and that's just how it's always been.
You've been on BET and that all popping off. How did that even come about?
I know I was the first UK act on BET to get playlisted on BET.
There you go.
BET, like, yeah, so it was like, because the thing is, what people get to is BET International is different from BET.
Yeah.
BET International is UK, Europe, and Africa, so it's not the same programming.
Okay.
You know, but I was so when you might see someone like, oh, you know, when 106 and Park was on, it'll go to a break and then they'll play the video. Yeah. That's not actually happening. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, in terms of, not to say I've been on BET, the main one, but I was the first UK act on BET.
Oh, that's a big thing.
UK music's very clicky, isn't it?
It's
It's like, if you're not down with this person,
the biggest click ever.
I see you as being more of your own person. Though. Is that something you've consciously done, or you not really wanted to be in anyone's kind of clique?
Coming into the game, if you're standing next to a certain particular group of guys who aren't getting that much love, you're just going to get ignored. You know, that's why if you look at...
Do you think that's happened to you? Without saying who you're standing next to.
100%.
Do you think that's happened?
100%.
Because I know, I'll be honest, I knew who I thought were your clique when I met you.
Right.
And I'm not saying that that's why you may not have made it to, or like been blown up in the UK or whatever.
Right.
But do you think that's the reason as to why you may not, or why certain people may see you in a certain way?
I think that had I had been in with the in gang or in with the in crew and done all the
You said gang, bro.
Then I didn't say gang. Right. Had I been in with the in crew and done collaborations with the in crew, and then I would have got more love on that level. You see what I'm trying to say? But the people that, let me tell you something about this game. There's a lot of people that I feel are threatened with their, you know, their position kind of thing, and I don't want anyone that's, you know, too similar to them standing next to them, or someone that might be able to, like, I don't know, elbow in on their, like, their fan base and their chord, you know, their shine or whatever. I don't know this to be true. I can just tell you my perception. Like, I've been to New York and I've met like, you know, I swear. I met, you know, like niggas out of like Queens, Brooklyn, Harlem, and how they move. There's not many people that move like that over here in this country. You see what I'm trying to say? So I naturally gravitate towards dudes who are just real. Like, just like, you ain't got no hidden agenda. It's not like, oh, I'm too big for you, you can't come and stand next to me. It's like, no, you're dope. So how can we work together? Or how can I connect you to this man? Or how can, because that is, I honestly believe, that's how the world works. Like, if you're in a position to help someone and you don't help that person, even though you know that person is good, man.
Let me ask a question though. So if the big machine picked you up, and said, right, we like your links, but really truthfully, we don't think your links are gonna work for you. We want you to do this. Either it's gonna go this way, or we don't really want to mess with you. But this is the big machine.
Gotcha.
They're telling you, right, this is, we don't, like, them brothers, they're, alright, they're your peoples, but boy, there's no bring-ins along here. We want you to work with this camp. We want you to work with this camp. What are you going to do? Because that's what I see, that's how, because I can't imagine you just phoning up someone that's banging at the moment. It's hard to say, right, let's work, because they probably got that attitude of, well, I don't, you know what I mean, they can fog with them excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I've been told I can't really work, and, do you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't. The way I see things like that is like, this is the music business. There's no love in business. business is about money. It's about selling. It's about demand, and it's about supply and demand. Now, I honestly believe that by doing a lot, I mean, one thing about rappers, especially, or rap artists, or anyone from the urban, you're made to do a lot of groundwork before anyone will pick you up. Because labels don't want to take that risk anymore. So there's no label that's going to come in and say, oh, we want to mess with you, we really like this stuff. No, and not until you've got a proper core following about you and a buzz and a movement already there.
You've mentioned a few times I've been in the game for, how long have you been in the game?
I've been in the music business.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm a top line writer. I'm a top line songwriter. Okay. So I've been writing pop and R&B and like other people's raps and other people's like, you know, choruses for their rap records since 2006.
Really?
Yeah, and like, you know, I may have not got any like chart success and so on and so forth, because I've been developing myself, but I've made a lot of connections in that world, and I've, you know, made a little money here and there, you know, here and there, and then, you know, done stuff that, you know, Lamar, Sugar Babes, and, you know, that's under the radar stuff like that. So I've been doing that, but in terms of rap,
yourself, SAS, you three are artists that I think are undeniably sick. SAS, like sick. But there always seems to be that kind of resistance. And I can only put it down to the fact that you've got US connections. Would you say that's the reason or not?
We say certain man are hating on them.
I feel like it can only be hate. Do you know what I mean? Like, tell me, you talk the truth. Like, is that what it is? I know you don't want to say it, and I know you don't want to upset certain people.
I mean,
but when it comes to Ikes, when it comes to SAS, I don't understand why it's a no-brainer. Like, they should be on top of the food chain, and they're not. And not in a disrespectful way.
Yeah, no, this is what it is. Yeah.
This is what it is.
You know, sorry, Miss Rosie Perez.
And that's the only connection I can see. And I've seen the hate. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there's certain records I see should have got players that they didn't.
Right.
Like there's certain shows you should have been on.
Right.
So, like, what is it? What do you think is the problem?
I think, personally, that I think anything, in order for anything to grow from the very bottom, it needs a culture, and that's how it grows. It's allowed to develop and evolve in this medium. And I think in this country, there is, you know, you see a Ferrari outside, see a Lamborghini outside, see an Aston Martin outside. They're both free supercars, but we know the difference.
Yeah.
Now there's rap and there's grime.
Right.
Now they are both under the hip hop umbrella, but they're not the same.
Right.
So in this country, grime has a culture.
Right.
Rap hasn't got a culture.
This is deep.
As much as I respect people like Rodney P, Chester, you know, Jest, Skinny Man from up the road, shout out to him, you know, and all them, K-Lash, come on, you know, even like Mike J.O.C. and all them, man, that, as much as I respect them, there isn't a rap culture here. And I'll show you, this is a perfect example. A few weeks ago, or whatever, let's say a few months ago, grime exploded. We all saw what happened. And there was certain man like Nasty, that was just like Big Nasty, shout out to him, he was like, man are just treating grime like their side chick.
Right.
Now, you know what that is? That's called a gatekeeper of grime. Someone that can't just come in and disrespect the culture, because he's going to stand up and be like, no, who are you? We don't know you anymore.
Right.
And that's called a gatekeeper of the culture. Wiley's another gatekeeper of the culture. And that they have a culture there, and therefore, you know, you're allowed to flourish. And anyone that's done anything big or next to big came from grime culture.
Who's stopping the flourish? Who, like,
His ace is getting in.
like, it could be me as a radio personality, it could be me, it could be the labels, it could be the MC. I want to know from you, who is stopping you from doing what you need to do?
I think that everyone in media, because it's, look, media is nothing to do with how good you are. It's nothing to do, look, the music comes last. As I said to you, it's all about who you know, who you're standing next to, who you're dating, who your mum is, who you voting for, who you voting for, who's cutting your hair, oh, who are you rolling with? Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it's all the things that don't matter, yeah? So it's not that anyone is stopping it, but all they're doing is giving people what they think the people want.
Right. Okay.
So it's not about like, if, oh, they want to hear these youths, the new generation coming out, and a couple names, I don't know, J Hus or Stormzy. They, like, right, these are the new kids. This is what the kids. This is what they want to hear. So they're just gonna give them that. Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's not like, oh, this thing is good. You need to be on this shit.
Right.
You see what I'm trying to say? So that's where the culture is different, as in here, compared to anywhere else. That's the States. The States will find something new and be like, no, you need to know this shit. You need to be on this shit because this shit is dope. You see what I'm trying to say? Over here is like, oh, what are you guys listening to? Okay, we'll just play that. It's fine. No. What's this? Oh, what do they listen to in the streets? Because they don't know anything. And you know, it's a tastemaker issue. You see what I'm trying to say? Because there aren't, you know, I'm not going to say there aren't any, because there are, I think, are a few, but there is a very little handful, if there are even 5 real genuine tastemakers in this country, where it'll be like, this is dope, you need to hear this shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Who are they? Tastemakers.
Who are they?
One, the radio and everything is so political, because so even if someone like Ace wants to be a taster, he might not be able to do that. You see
so one more in the defense of radio as well. Radio doesn't make, like, back in the day, you listen to radio to hear like the newest shit.
Right.
But they don't do that no more. Now radio listens to the internet. And it's like, wow, this has got,
right, but
this has got 50,000 hits. We got to play this.
Right, but even the
internet,
even the internet is backwards, because people ain't gonna put you on their website, because your name is not gonna get them the clicks, and therefore they're not gonna get the advertising, and therefore they can't feed their son. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So it's everything is backwards here. Like Fetty Wap, how do you think Fetty Wap got big? People are only hearing about him now. I've known about Fetty Wap since last year. He had that trap queen. He was from Jersey. That trap queen been bubbling. It was bubbling. You see, like I asked him, what's the biggest record like right now? And he knew, like Envy, DJ Envy. He knew. Oh, there's a kid. Like he was just saying that kid called Fetty Wap or something from Jersey. He's popping. This was like mid last year, you know. You see what I'm trying to say? So now it's crossed over, and that's because they grab something that might be popping, and then, you know, it's like, no, you need to hear this. I mean, numbers count everywhere, I think, to a certain degree, but you need tastemakers, you know. And you know, there's one that I could probably downpack, say right now as a bona fide tastemaker, and that's DJ Snips. And he's like, you know, part of the whole Living Proof gang and the whole, you know, Shoreditch gang. He does his jump off TV thing, and you know, and he's one that I can probably say he's a tastemaker. Because if something is whack, it's whack. People are scared to say when something is not good, just in case they bump into the artist the next day, and then that artist is popular, and they might need to like brown nose him a little bit to come on their show or to give them a drop or like. But if something is whack, it's whack. It doesn't mean I don't like you as a person. I just don't like this record. You see what I'm trying to say? It's just, it just is what it is.
Take note, fam. It's true. Take note.
My job on the radio is different.
You know, but going back to the original question, I don't think anyone is like purposely blocking it.
Right.
When you start believing that, man, that's just you're holding yourself back. Do you know what I'm saying? If there's a door there, just kick it down, man. Like, I just honestly believe that if you keep working hard, like the tables will turn. But how long can you stay at the table? How long can you keep working before you fall off? Because everyone's going to fall off one day, and who's going to be left? The person that's going to be consistently working, man. I just think hard work beats talent.
How long would you say play at the table for?
Boy.
That's the question, though, you can be playing, boy, you're getting old, you get a couple of grades, you have a youth, you get married. Boy, you still fit for the table.
Last year, do you know what last year was? It wasn't 2014. It was called the year of Pharrell. Right. Do you know how old he is?
Yeah, but he's been making music for a while though.
But he has been making music for a while.
Like if he started at 40, I don't think he'd have blown up.
No, but no one starts at 40. But he had his year last year.
2 Chainz's biggest year, when he blew up, he was 36.
Exactly, even older than that. He's actually even older than that. And even, yeah, he's older than that. And even...
But everyone was like, he's actually
a new artist, right? But he wasn't a new artist. He was in, you know,
Player Circle.
Right, in Player Circle under, you know, Ludacris for years. But then he reinvented himself and he came into the game. And this might be part of the problem. This might be part of the problem over here. It ain't a conspiracy theory, but I'm just saying.
We have one of them this morning.
Yeah,
me and Icon had one of them this morning. We're not even going to get into that.
This might be part of the problem. I think the more accessible you are, especially in the UK, the less support you get.
It's even like that in the States though. Like you can sell like thousands of records in your city, like in your city. Everyone's gonna buy the record because you're from there. But here it's like
first,
he's from down the road. I ain't buying this.
Right.
Even if it's like your favorite record, your favorite artist.
Until they see you on the stage with someone that's big, and they'll be like, "Oh, I know that dude. He went to my school." Or it's like, then it's like people are gonna start posting my picture on fucking on their own Instagram. Like, I'm so proud of this dude, man. I remember back in the day when he had ankle swingers at school, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, trust me, but that's just how it be, man. You know, I ain't got all the answers, man. I ain't gonna be the man.
You ain't got all the answers.
You know, I ain't gonna be the one to change anything, man. You know, I'm just gonna keep working and see what happens.
So, what's next coming from Ikes now? What's the next?
So we got the single at the moment, and you know it's doing well in Africa at the moment, and you know I'm gonna be out there and doing it on a promo run. I've got an EP that's coming out real soon. By the time this video comes out, the first offering from the EP may be out already. It's called Pray For Me, and that EP is called Outside In, and that outside in is about being on the outside of the in.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, or like feeling like you've got, I don't know, you've walked all these miles up to a house and you're just right outside and you still can't get inside the house. So it's very, you know, it's been about my journey so far.
Did you grease your knees before you come out your house?
No,
your knees
man, listen, I'm coming from a physio session,
I don't know, like,
the light is hitting the knee, innit?
Sorry,
sometimes.
you can't get what about your backyard.
Look, I know. Alright, and on that note, yeah, my mic's dropping. That's saying something. On that note, thank you very much, Ike.
Damon.
Shout out, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey.